Mr. Party here, the one and only. Yeah! Poo, 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 poo. Hey, AJ.
But AJ's first birthday, karawa, that happened in 1993. But it's AJ's house first birthday celebration, the podcast, obviously. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting us. So, AJ, tell us more. What is the heart behind the idea?
All right, AJ's house was founded literally a year ago, and the idea was simple to promote Afro house musicians, house music musicians, deep house musicians. And it's that simple. Nothing else. That's all we're doing.
Oh, okay. So you're all about marketing and promoting the music. Oh, great stuff. So you also working with upcoming talent and new talent?
Yeah. So majority of the time, if you look at the people that we've had on the show and the people that are actually here today, they're not the biggest brands in the world, you know. But their music, you might have heard, their music is phenomenal. The music, they are talented. So what we do is we create a platform where we can bring in a community, and the community just shares the love and enjoyment of music, and forget about the branding, forget about all of that. So we become the branding for them, we become exposure for them, you know. Yeah.
Oh, great stuff. So this is your baby's first birthday.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so tell me, what are you looking forward to the most? The growth, the meeting the new people. Kori, what are you most excited about with your new baby?
All right. So with every event that we have now, we always have artists that have not been booked before. So it's always rotating artists. Maybe there'll be two or three that recur, you know. But majority of the time, our mandate is just to promote new people. So I am just as excited as everyone else because I might have not heard these people. I didn't book them because someone said book them. I booked them because I've maybe heard a song of theirs and I was like, maybe this person has more to offer. And most of the time, they always do.
Great stuff. This is so exciting. So, AJ, where do people find you on social media and how do they follow you on your YouTube channel?
All right, so we are celebrating AJ's house. If you want to subscribe or support us, please go to YouTube, search AJ Mafokati. That's where we have the AJ's house channel. And then on Instagram, it's also AJ's house _ SA, or me personally, AJ Mafokati. Facebook, AJ's house, and AJ Mafokati, yeah.
All right, AJ, all of the best with everything that you do. May God bless you and shine his light on you. And with all your work, brother, keep doing what you're doing because you really are a star.
Thank you very much. Camblish Media. I appreciate it, man. Camblish. I must stop me and gambling. Hey, Camblish Media. Appreciate you guys for coming through, and I hope to see this air.
Thank you so much for the invite. Enjoy the rest of your event, sir.
Thank you.
Perform this song. So Sampra, again, they deal with, again, the performance royalty, but it's for songwriters, it's for the performers, the artists, the record labels, the session musicians. And they call their performance royalty is called neighboring rights, also known as related rights or needle time. I think in SA we call it needle time. So they collect that royalty and they distribute it to record labels, performing artists, and session musicians alike. So that's how it's chopped up. I hope that makes sense.
Fortunately, this is on YouTube, so I can keep it.
If you need to
until
just
I
rewind
understand.
10 seconds, just
All right. And for anyone who also might need clarification, that's why we got the notebooks and pens. We're going to have the Q&A session right after Monia is done. But coming back to all of that, right, with the rights involved, there's something called the Copyright Amendment Bill that everyone is going wild about, you know? I'm new in the game. I don't know what that is. Why should I be concerned?
So this is something that affects everyone directly, in actual fact. And this is why I say we need more business-minded people in the industry, because the creators aren't that concerned because they don't understand. However, if there was someone who understood to explain why the creators need to get behind, it's very important. So I think the Copyright Amendment Act was originally made in 1978 or 1976, one of the two. And basically, obviously, we all know the world has changed drastically in the last couple of years. I mean, digitization and stuff and all the like. However, because this act was drawn up back in the 70s, clearly it doesn't really address. They wouldn't have known in the future. They had no idea they had no idea about streaming or anything. So there's basically, in long and short, as I'm saying, certain things are backwards.
Hello, Papa. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you. Please introduce yourself to us.
My name is Munya Chinetsa. I'm currently the managing director at Empire Publishing, as well as the founder of an online platform called Masters of the Industry, www.motiafrica.com. That's who I am.
Wow, that is great. So, what do you basically do?
Okay, so with Empire, I'm responsible for. I work with songwriters and producers specifically. So so my job is to find the best songwriters and producers, and I do the three core things I do for them is to, number one, I make sure your works are protected, so no one samples your work without your permission or without giving you money. Number two is to make sure you get your royalties that are due to you for being a songwriter or producer. And number three is to keep you busy. Just keep finding opportunities for you to songwrite or to produce, or to also find opportunities to put your music in film, TV shows, computer games, anywhere where, or adverts, anywhere where there's moving pictures and music needed. So that's what I do. And then my passion is just educating our industry.
Oh, wow, that is so great and exciting. So, it's always something new every day. It's never the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's never this. It's always something new all the time.
Oh, that is great to hear. So, where do people find you on social media? How do people follow you and your work?
So my social media is just my name at Munya Chinetsa. My platform's social media is at MOTI_Africa, at MOTI_Africa, as well as social media for Empire is empire.publishing. Those are all our handles. You can find us across all those platforms.
Great. Thank you so much for your time and all of the best with all that you do and all your endeavors. May God bless you and shine His light on you.
I receive. Thank you for this time. I appreciate it.
Moving right along, we've got another fine brand in the house. All the way from, and I hope I'm correct, still correct, Africa's biggest youth radio station. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Just Mo. Brother, how are you?
Good on you, man.
Easy, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring the invite.
Thank you for waking me up so early on a Saturday, bro. You know?
Yeah, man. All of us are here, so it's for something. It's
Yeah,
for
man.
something.
Most
It's for
def,
something.
most def.
All
Shout
right,
outs.
man. I know with the introductions are not good, man. You guys have done a lot, but just to cover your journey so far. Who is Just Mo?
Just Mo, real name Mulekes Kukuni, from here in Johannesburg, originally from Limpopo. But where do we start? First of all, I'm a DJ, producer, radio presenter, record label owner. What else do I do? Events promoter, publisher. Yo, there's a lot, but mostly along the radio spectrum. That's where I'm at, and in DJing and music as well. So yeah.
All right, man. A lot of us might know you from like the YTKOs,
Yeah.
the mixes.
Yeah.
We're hearing your voice a lot more on radio lately. Just to start off,
Yes, sir.
how did you get onto radio? How did you get onto YFM specifically?
Okay, the love started way back. It's a passion I had for the medium, for radio. And since like high school, I always wanted to be a DJ,
Okay.
And then started mixing. And then obviously used to listen to your radio, listen to your favorite mix shows and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to do that. So I had a 9 to 5 that I quit. And then I went to YFM. They had an internship program, which I joined.
This is the Y Academy.
The Y Academy.
Okay.
I tried the first time, I didn't get in. Second time, lucky I got in because they were taking 12 candidates. And number 12 got into a car accident. And I was number 13, so I became number 12. So it was my luck. So I got into it, and then from there, an internship program is just basically a foot in the door, and then the rest is up to you. I really don't want to be like on air. I wanted to be behind the scenes because I wanted to just DJ. Gandhi, there's more than that.
Yeah.
And then met up with Oskido, and he was like, "Yo, you can do this thing. Let's see what we can do with you." So yeah, cause like honestly, I didn't really want to be on-air personality. I just wanted to show my creativity through music and through DJing.
Yeah.
and then the bug hits you. Once it hits you, there's no looking back.
It's late. All right. I
Now
got
we
you.
can talk forever. Now we can do talk
Mm.
shows and whatever. So yeah, that's how I got into it through the academy, and then when Oscar left, and then I had to fill in his shoes, big shoes to fill, and either you sink or swim in this industry, bro. You know.
All right, man. You've clearly been swimming, man, because you've been at it. Eh? So, how does one person or a person get into Y Academy, and why is Y Academy important?
Yeah, well, let's say it was because it's no longer around. It's just
Oh,
it's
okay.
it was on a break from COVID.
Yeah.
So it was the best internship program in the country because they took 12 candidates from all walks of life, all ages. I remember they used to cap it at like 28, and then they just made it whatever. So you come in for 6 months, work in a radio station, and then you go through all the various departments, and then you do on air last. You know, most people just want to get there and be rock stars.
On air, yeah, instant.
So they show you the behind the scenes, and then I started liking more behind the scenes, and then once I got to on air, and then that took over, and then I ran with it. So it was a great internship because it's one way for you to get into radio, because honestly, radio is a very tough industry to break into. There's no, especially commercial. I mean, there's over 40 commercial stations in South Africa, and over 200 and something community and campus and retail and public stations. So with that said, breaking into the commercial scene is very hard. So internships or take a boy child or girl child to work there's your best things, best way to get into the industry. So wherever, if you want to get into radio, wherever you can find an internship program, make sure you apply yourself and work extra hard and make sure that you somehow can get in, because sending demos it's another process, because programs manager listens to many demos.
No?
So campus is the best way, or community.
Or starting off from
Starting
the beginning
off
and
from the
building your way up, yeah.
I didn't even do all of that. I never went to
Just-
varsity. Like I told you, I quit the 9 to 5 and I just went straight
yeah.
inside. Campus is the best way to start community and retail for you to end up on commercial, which is where the end game is now.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. A lot of us here, composers, we create our own music,
Yes.
and we want to get out there. Radio compilation is tough for a lot of people. I'm sure majority of the people here have tried. How do we get on, and what usually stops us from making it past?
You mean getting your song played on radio?
Playlisted.
Playlisted.
Yeah.
All right. Number one, payola is illegal. If anybody asks you for something to play your song on radio, that's a no-no. Number one.
Yeah.
It's huge in the industry where people don't talk about it. Mara, something. Then we'll make things happen. Don't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to start there. Honestly, just wanted to start there.
All right.
Because a lot of people think that you have to pay for play, and it's not the right way to do it. So, once you have your finished product and you've marketed it enough where you feel that like now people can hear it, and you've got a song that can work commercially on radio, you take it to a set radio station, and first thing you need to do is find out who the music team is, because in compilation there's not just one person. There's a whole team of compilers with the music manager as well, and maybe someone doing the admin. You need to find out who those people are, number one. Most radio stations in SA, most of them, they have email addresses. It's not like back in the day where you would walk into a station, drop off a demo, gather dust,
Spend
Now,
money on CDs.
you know what I'm saying? Now there's email. Everything's digital now. So most radio stations' music address it's music at yfm.co.za or music at 5FM, music at Metro. It's always music at whatever station.co.za, whatever station. So number one is research. Find out who works there and how you can get access to their email address, and then send them your songs. Can take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times, because they get a lot of emails on a daily. They're bombarded with a lot of emails. All right. And it'll be even better if you can personally go there and see the people and you know, maybe start a relationship with people. You can do that mostly at campus and you know, your campus and your retail station, stuff like that. Commercial is a bit tough because, my man, the industry is, you know, there's a lot of artists, number one, and they're getting a lot of music. So it's a hit or miss. It's really, these days, you really got to have a good product. Make sure your song is out there somewhere, you know. Advice I would give you, make your song that it's somewhere out there, that it's doing some rounds, trending somewhere somehow. Try push it as much as you can. Because if you're going to rely on radio to push your song from the jump, it's going to be even more harder. Do the groundwork yourself first, and then from there, submit to radio. A lot of people always finish a song or you know, a composition, and they're like, from the studio to the radio station, get it out to the public, put it out on, you know, your streaming platforms, wherever first. Make it get some traction, make it a little bit, make the road easier for you, then submit to radio. But most of the times, getting a song on radio, emailing the compilers, they listen to it. If they agree that it's worth playing on their station, because not all stations are the same. You can't send a gospel song to YFM. You can't send a ballad R&B song. You know, you have to. You must go with, you know, what the station's format is. You understand? And do your research as well, and send it and just hope for the best.
I've got you. What would increase my chances though if the branding is not there? It's a good song. But the branding is not there, or I don't receive the opportunity for it to really make those rounds. What can I do to increase my chances of getting playlisted?
Like I was saying, if the resources are not there, your brand is not really there, I would say start within your community. There's stations around every community. Start there, make it buzz there. Because if you are just an independent artist and you don't have much, you know, maybe finances or resources for you to get your brand out there, become a TikTok star, you need to start small, I think. Start small, put your music on online platforms, just make sure that people know about you. You are a new artist, but in your neighborhood, they must know who you are. You check. It's really, really difficult because there's not really one set formula for you to break into the radio scene. That's why labels win, because labels have all the resources. They've got people running up and down the country, submitting music. They've got big artists, they've got big catalogs. They've got the resources, the muscle to reach every single station at any time. You as an indie, it's a bit difficult, so you gotta start, you gotta do the spade work a little bit earlier, you know?
Got you. So the brand part of it is very important for you to actually get your music out there.
Man, it'll be like going down a water slide. You just slide into everything. Because once your brand is out there and people know of you and there's a big buzz about you. Oh, you got a song? Okay, cool. Let's get it out there.
It's easier to
How many TikTok stars do you know now that have songs?
You
understand?
All right, man. So you are also not just a DJ and producer, right? You did mention that you are a radio host.
Yes.
There's a person here, I believe, who also might believe that they have the talent to get onto radio. What is the process of getting yourself a slot on any radio DJ, on any radio station?
There's a long process because there's a long queue. If you're really passionate about being on air and you think you've got the drive and the passion for it, you need to, number one, make a demo, a really cool demo. Demos must be nothing longer than 5 minutes. Even if it's 3 minutes, is the best. Because programs managers don't have, you can't give them an hour demo of a whole hour show, you know? You gotta give them the best parts of you in a 3 minutes or 5 minute demo, which is your intro, you know, who you are, you know, the format of the show, the breakdown, the forward announcing, the back announcing, you as a presenter speaking and, you know, projecting and giving your personality out. You understand? That's why they're called radio personalities, because that's who you are. And then putting it out on radio. So make a nice demo. You can make an MP3 and then find out who whichever station manager or programs manager of whatever station you want to get onto, who that is. Attack them at all angles. Slide into DMs, find the email addresses, drop off a CD, leave a little write-up of yourself, anything that can make you stick out. Because trust me, any programs manager right now in their office, I'm sure they're sitting with boxes and boxes full of demos.
Yeah.
You understand? So send one physical, one digital. Send them a tweet or whatever. Be like, hey, I sent you what. I mean, they get lots of them. Trust me, they see everything. They might not reply. Chances are they won't reply, and you might not even get a call back. You know, but at least send something.
Of course.
Like I say, start on campus, community. That's your best bet for now. You know, just to get your training wheels off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say I've listened to Valentine's talk now. Valentine's going to talk about branding. I've got my branding in order. I listened to Munya. My split sheets are in order.
Yeah.
I've done my business at Samro. When I submit my music, what's required?
Okay, cool. Number one, when you submit your music, obviously it's got to be digital. Number one, because stations don't take physical CDs anymore. In your email, make sure that you put a download link to your song. Do not attach the song to the email. A lot of stations have IT departments, and those guys like blocking things. You know, firewall,
Yeah.
megabyte limit,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Yeah.
So number one, make sure your song is mixed and mastered and ready with Samro and everything. Create a download link for your song in the email. Please do not attach songs to emails, because chances are they will get rejected by some error somewhere somehow. So make sure there's a link that's there that stays for a while, not WeTransfer, maybe a Dropbox or SendSpace or data file host or whatever hosting site that has a long shelf life. Now, that's number one. That's the music out the way. Number two, put all your credits there. Be like, hey, hi, this is Just Mo. This is my latest single that I'm thinking maybe you guys would like to play on your station. Just a little write-up, not too long. Not be like summer hit song for December or whatever, because you just submitting music. No one has played your music yet. Little write-up about yourself, your credentials, your details, artist title, genre, ISRC codes, who the publisher is, and as much info so that people don't have to be calling you back and forth if they're gonna play it. You understand? Maybe a little bio of yourself if you can as well, because a lot of times I've seen lots of music submissions where people, even if it is an attachment or a download link, they'll be like, here's my latest single, please check it out. I mean, who are you? Number one, what genre is this? Does it fit our station? Make it easier for the compilers to see your, okay, it's Afropop, no, not for us. Oh, it's hip hop, okay, cool, let's take a listen. Here's the artist, here's his details. Social media platforms as well, put it out there. Make sure
It's part of the brand.
everything is social media. Like, do not leave that. Even put your house address if you have to.
Yeah.
Email address, cell phone number, all your contact details, so that people don't have to come this back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And then in an email, short, simple, those details. That's it, just like that. So don't have to put artwork. Or you can put links to where it's released if you want, like your, like a fan link as well.
Okay,
you know? You can do that if you want to be real prim and proper. And it doesn't even have to be released. It can be straight from the studio, mixed and mastered. Just make sure it's presentable, nice. You know, greet, say hi, hello, my name is. Eat, whatever.
Yeah. All right, man. And then before we close it off and go into Q&A, you're on The Warehouse, one
Yes,
of
sir.
my favorite radio shows, not just because of the house music and all of that, but because the hosting of it is so genuine and it's dope, right? I know there's someone here, a gay,
Yes.
that wants to be on The Warehouse J2. It's on Fridays, no?
Yes, it was
Yes.
last night.
It was last night.
That's why
yeah.
you woke me up early.
This coming Friday, what do I have to do?
Cool, man. Besides The Warehouse, there's other shows that I do as well. There's a show called In the Ring. Let's start there, where it's a DJ battle. We actually have one contestant over here. He was in the show. We have another contestant. She's over there. She's actually the current YTKO DJ. So there's many other shows. Okay, before we get to the way, so I do In the Ring. Saturdays is the DJ battle. Email address for that one is inthering@yfm.co.za. Inthering@yfm.co.za. So you can send your 1 hour mix with your profile and your all your details, everything that I just said before. And you can start there. In the Ring is where we start. Pena, the warehouse is the end game. I'm talking. In the Ring is where we get.
You start building up to
Wherever,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I also do a Sunday show. It's like a lounge show as well. And so the warehouse is a dance show, 3 hours, Fridays 9 till midnight. So if you want to send your mixes there, it's very simple. My email address is easy, justmo@yfm.co.za. Send me an email with your profile, a 1 hour mix. I can take a listen to the mix. If I think it's pretty dope, we can get you into studio. And it works just like that. Looking for anybody, up and comings, people who are in the industry, producers, DJs, anybody that's passionate about house music. And whatever style you play, it can be Afro, can be deep, can be melodic, whatever. And I can get you onto the show. Where I always like finding new talents as well. That's why you have those two shows. In the Ring, that's more for everybody. We take all mixes there, but the warehouse specifically for house music. And my email address, once again, justmo@yfm.co.za. And send me an email. I usually take about a week to 2 to respond, but I will definitely go through all the emails.
All right.
And it's just like that, man.
That's dope. That's dope, man. And just in passing, man, I love. Actually, just remembered that on Sunday I did listen to, in passing, one of your shows. You know, you're getting like How FM Standard Procedure.
Yeah.
It's becoming like our Metro. You know, our parents have the Metro FM.
Yeah.
Where they listen to that. It's turning into that because it's a Sunday chilled. What do they call it? Slow Sunday type of vibe. You know? Massive shout out for that.
No, big up, man.
Do we have any questions? I'm only gonna take 5 if we get that far, because of time. Going once. I know Sotoman, man. I think you were detailed enough. One question coming from there. Second, did you? I think he put his hand up. All right. One question from the brother there.
Sure, Mr. Mo.
Yes, brother.
I would like to check something, man. Let me ask you that question.
Yes, sir.
Who's powerful between YFM and TikTok?
And who?
TikTok.
TikTok, my brother.
Hey, I'm a dying fan of YFM. I don't like what's happening
Okay.
because you remember, man, the Manchester United. I'm still a Manchester United fan, but they're getting people. Yeah, but it's like that when it comes to YFM, my brother.
Okay.
YFM, man, please, man, take us back.
Okay, cool.
Take that crown again, at least again next year.
Cool. I can answer your question very, very easily, my brother. I think you've outgrown it. You've outgrown YFM, my dog. We want the youngins now. For I'm a TikTok, I'm a 2K.
Yeah.
For the youngsters. So if you listen to the station, listen to the music, listen to the content, listen to the actual the DJs. They're still all very young. It's YFM. They even got a new brand, a new logo. They've rebranded. They've changed. The days of obviously the legends. We all know who they are. That era is come and gone. You understand? So if you're with the youth now and what they like and what they listen to, you can get down with it again. But I hear where you're coming from. That's why you can listen to my show on Sundays. Maybe I can bring you back. Because I see, that's me now, we're the same age. You feel me? So, why it's rebranded, dude? It's totally got a new target market. They're aiming for 17 to 24. That's their core listeners. You understand? So, the days of summer days are long gone.
What I'm checking is for the opportunity that is coming for the kids we inspired.
Yes, sir.
On my side, I've never submitted anything, but I'm a person in the township that grooms the producers and DJs and all that.
Yes.
So I wish I could see them there, but the way you guys used to withdraw the audience, like
Yeah.
YFM was Metro new, man. They never stood a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the talent was submitted at YFM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something that I'm checking lately. That I saw the young guys, or maybe is it because of House and Amapiano?
No, not necessarily. For the youth, for the young up and coming artists, Y still has this open door policy where you can come and submit your music. It's not like they're only playing what's commercial now. You understand? They do find new artists to come play on air and stuff like that. So you, as the guy Waseka who's mentoring these young ones, tell them your first starting points is obviously your community, and then obviously maybe get to a commercial station like Y and Metro and stuff like that. Encourage them to submit music. You understand? Because
Okay.
yeah, because it's sometimes people they think that the music's not good enough to be played after Cubs that are small and those people and things like that. You know, they need to really believe in their music as well, that it will take off. That's what I said before. All of that, they must do all of that stuff. The branding help their career, and then come to Y and submit the music, or send it to me even. I'll listen to your music. You know, I was a music manager at Y. I listen to everybody's music. I always direct them and give them advice like, I know this could work, this can't work, things like that. I always willing to help, man.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers.
Quick question before I move on. You were a music manager. You understand where everything was going. Why did you stick to doing what you do with house music when a lot of people branched out and did?
Yeah. Number one, I love deep house. Once you're a deep house fan, dude,
Yeah.
it's
Go
chai
on.
for you. You can try your Afro tag, you can try whatever.
Yeah.
Me, I stick to my guns because that's what my brand is. That's what I've positioned myself to be. The deep guy. That's why either they put us early or put us late in slots. I'm fine in my lane.
Good.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You can come with whatever genre, whatever style. As long as it's a long house, I go to more the deeper side.
Of course.
I know people that have jumped ship.
Mm.
I mean, you still play house. I'm still surprised you still play house.
Amen. What do
You know?
do?
So
Yeah.
we sticking to our guns, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's
facts,
what it
facts.
is, man.
What do you see happening maybe in the next 2-3 years with house music? I know it's a debate a lot of people have had. People
Yeah.
thought Amapiano was gonna die. It's doing wonders day by day.
Yo.
It's climbing a new step, you know. What do you think will happen for house music?
Look, you know the saying, house will never die.
Mm.
Guys, this thing is not a lie. Like, it is the truth. House music is one genre that has been there when so many came in and out, died, got born. Remember dubstep?
Yeah.
What happened to dubstep?
I haven't heard a dubstep song. I see Skrillex everywhere, né? But I've never seen a dubstep song
You
or
understand?
heard, in a while.
You understand? So with house music, with the amount of producers and the talent that we have, the vocalists, the producers, the people that are actually making the sound, whether because house is a big genre. All these sub-genres is what keeping this genre alive. Because you can make an Afro-tech song with a bit of soul, with a bit of deepness, with whatever, you know. That's what's gonna keep it going.
No.
So little now we need a 50 years of house, you know, celebration or something. If someone can tell us when the first house song was made, if someone can do that research.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
It's
Could be
true.
disco, could be whatever. So house is that thing that'll never ever die. It'll always be there. So it's gonna change. Afrotech, three-step, deep house lights, whatever you want to call it. It's always wearing new faces, new
Same
hats.
thing, but it's yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Fall to the floor.
yeah.
And it'll always be like that. My piano is huge, and I love it. I dance to it. You know what I mean?
Course.
I don't play it, but I dance to it.
Mm.
So that genre, Leonet's new. Leonet's still gonna do amazing things. Still gonna change as well. Leonet, there's sub-genres in there. There's private, there's kitchen, there's what. Hey, my man,
Goes on, huh?
it goes on for days.
Of
But
course.
house will always be around, trust me.
No?
Yeah.
From a music manager, I can firmly, stand in your words. Son of Dennis,
Here we go. We've got a question from him.
Hi there, sir.
What's up, brother?
Hope this message finds you well.
Received well, thank you.
I just really want to find out what your take on the longevity of radio in general. I think kind of new age kind of puts it as if radio is kind of dying, so it's like something like we're not very like excited about necessarily, whatever the case is. Like, what do you think the longevity of it is?
Good question.
Yeah. What if I put it to you that 80% of South Africans listen to radio? Or have in the past 7 days. Radio is the one medium that is growing year on year end. And most of it, I will say most of it because most of the population is in the homelands, right? So your PBS, your public broadcasting stations, your home language stations, those ones keep growing. Commercial as well keeps growing. When those people leave the homelands, they come to the urban areas, they miss home, what do? They turn on whatever, medium reminds them of where they come from. Radio keeps growing year on year end. And it's one thing that is not necessarily growing too fast, but it is growing and it's maintaining. Ne? We understand the streaming platforms, there's other social media things, there's many ways to consume content, but radio is still the number one platform where people source news, music, entertainment. That's the stuff that will always be around. You can turn on any radio station and be up to date with what's happening in the world. So maybe you're looking at it as a way where people are having too much access to a lot of information and you think radio's dying. You understand? But when you get in an Uber, homie's playing radio. When you get to the mall, they're playing radio somewhere, somehow. So it's not necessarily dying, even with the whole migration to digital. It's going to open up even more spaces for more stations. So there's going to be even more stations around, you understand? So it's going to get even more bigger. So, which makes the pie bigger for independent artists, for music, for royalties. It's a cycle that works together, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's really going to the top, man.
All right, nice. Well, one more question and then, we can move on.
Good afternoon.
How's it, brother?
Good, brother. I'm Jabulo, aka Mr. Levado. So, I'm a conceptual person. So, my question is within the ideology of radio. So, what has made radio so exciting for most people is the fact that it's mysterious. You get to picture the person or the voices, and you create notions of who they are and how they are.
Yes.
So now, in this age and this time and generation, do you think radio meets television will be a thing? So that's the concept that I was getting as we were going. Yeah.
That has been done before. I don't know if you know a guy called Mark Gilman. He was at 5FM where he used to simulcast his show on 5FM, and then I think it was on channel something on DSTV, where he did his radio show and you could see him at the same time. That has been done before, but I don't think it might get that way, because radio and TV are two big different mediums. TV is far bigger than radio, really. I mean, if anybody's gotten a royalty from a TV paycheck, you will know the difference to radio. So TV, you're not on its own, man. It's doing amazing, wonderful things. And I don't see radio, you see, we've got these cameras in studio and things like that. Maybe we can put it's gonna sit online. It might not sit on your on your free public TV stations and stuff like that, And I don't know, man, because you know, a lot of radio presenters are not that good looking, so I don't want. I'm not too sure.
Oh man.
That's shots. No, that's shot fired. That's shot fired. I really, but on a serious note, I don't see it going that way, man. Radio as a medium, I'm safe. Yeah, I'm safe. Radio as a medium on its own is doing amazing, wonderful things, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna go in the next 5 to 10 years, especially with the switch of everything to become digital, no more analog, baba. Yet, I think as of this year, I think that's when they're cutting off the signal. I'm not too sure. And yeah, it's gonna do crazy, crazy, wonderful things. So my man, you can still conceptualize what your DJs look like and fantasize about them. You understand? Yeah, brother.
All right. Mostly the reason why I asked this is because of the hype that's happening at UJ. So they are very interactive with all social platforms. So they currently working on your TikToks.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen YFM doing a lot of those challenges and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I will have to take that up with the daytime DJs.
All right, thank you very
Because
much.
I've got TikTok, I've never even posted one video. You understand? But I think it's something that we should look into, I guess, as a station. We do TikTok stuff. But the challenge things, I don't know about that, my bro. I don't know about it. But shout out to you, Jay, for doing that, man.
All right, thank you.
Big up.
Nice one, man. Massive shout out to you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Just Mo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's
brother.
go.
Easy.
Sanibonani Dumelang, a very good and cool afternoon to you. Welcome to AJ's first birthday celebration. We are here in Midrand coming live to you guys. We are Gamblish Media representing to you. I am your host with the most. We have a gentleman here that is in the industry. He is quite famous, but he'll introduce himself to us. Hello, sir. Hujang Papa.
Shapojang sister.
I'm blessed. Thank you so much for asking. Please introduce yourselves to us.
Yeah, my name is Just Mo. I am a DJ, producer, radio presenter, label owner, and all-round music man. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Gamblish Media.
Oh, thank you so much. You are more than welcome. So you are a man with many talents. Are you a jack of all trade and master of none?
No. The talents that I have is just music, all-round music, DJing, production, radio. So anything that just involves music and within the media and entertainment space, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. So where do people find you on social media? How can people follow you?
Well, you can find everything Just Mo related on social media. That's on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Just search for Just Mo, JUSTMO. And you can find my music on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer. Yeah, a lot of all those platforms. Everything's online. So yeah, one central place to find all my music.
Oh, okay, great stuff. So since we are almost hitting the end of 2023, what are you looking forward to with 2024 and what have you achieved most in 2023?
Well, in 2023, we're almost at the end now. We got about, 2.5 months. So I got back into studio, back to making music. So that is a big achievement for me. So next year, going to be probably working on an album.
Best with your music, with your business, and everything else that you inspire to be. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your day and God bless.
Thank you so much. Shout outs.
Yeah, we gotta sort that out. You nice, my dog? Easy, bro. Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Thanks, man, for the invite.
Yeah, me and you, we always just bump into each other at parties. It's always a good vibe. Now we have to be serious. This is weird for me. But yeah, dog, we all know you as an events. I don't know if it's coordination, because 1 minute you're doing this, then it's that, and then you're managing brands, managing talent. So maybe just give us an introduction on who Valentine Mpahlele is and Alternative Machine. Let's talk about those two.
You know, like any other person who works in the background, I'm a failed artist.
Okay.
You know, started
Alright.
DJing, didn't work, I didn't have enough talent, I wasn't cool enough, didn't dress well enough, you know. But yeah, man, I think from a young age, I've always loved music.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as a black individual in South Africa, you never really get guidance. So I loved music, but I didn't know where I fit in, into the system. So growing up, I wanted to be a DJ, obviously produced and all those things, but I realized it's not what I wanted to do. So around about 2016, I dropped out of diploma I was doing, and I went back home and I told my parents that, listen, man, I want to do this music thing, and I want to figure out, what I want to do. Then I went to ASE, Academy of Sound Engineering, and like I feel like being in the sound industry will give me access to a lot of people. So that was my plan, that I'll meet managers, I'll meet artists, I'll meet promoters, because events are the best way to meet the whole entire ecosystem. So I went there, studied. Then, for a band, I wrote, managed Nadia Nakai under Chili's company and Casper. Then I started meeting other artists, So in short, I started doing events in 2011, 2012. Our first event was Project XX. Didn't know anything, didn't know you have to get permits, didn't know anything. It was just a group of boys who wanted to do a welcome home party for people who had went to varsity. So it started off as just 20 people doing a house party. We ended up having 1,005 people there. So we took it to a lodge and all that, so it became a big party. I'm like, it seems like events are something interesting, something I can go into. So that's how I started having my eventing background 10 years ago. And now I do stage management, I curate for events, I manage events, I help from concepts, creating direction, the feel, the look experience from when people walk in. Yes, so I do everything in events essentially. I can help you organize your event from you don't know what you want to do, but you have the money. From finding a venue, finding a supplier, booking your lineup, getting you the right documents for you to have an event and all that. Then on the talent side, while doing sound, I actually met Ryan Megatroid, who at the time I was managing a friend of mine who said, bro, you do understand the business. Maybe you should become a manager. That time I was producing, I was like, oh, I don't know, management, let me see.
Yeah.
But, because I also don't like being in front of people, it was a good idea, Then that's how I met Ryan doing sound. He actually thought I was kicking him off stage. And I was like, no, bro, I'm actually a huge fan of yours. And we had a conversation. And I told him that, I produce music. I wanted to come to one of your sessions, but I didn't have the money. He's like, nah, man, come to my studio.
Yeah.
Let's just hang. So Ryan Megatroid is Crazy White Boy, for those who don't know Ryan Megatroid.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up.
A legend at Soul Candy, a
Nice.
legend in Boston. He's the guy who does the music theory for the school. So I met him on Saturday. I texted him on Monday, hey bro, Valentine, we met on Saturday, yada yada yada. And he calls me, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, man, nothing. I'm just at the flat, I'm doing nothing. I can come through, Then I went through to his studio. That very same Monday, he asked me a very important question. What do you want to do? And it was the first time somebody actually asked me that question with intention. And I told him, I think I want to do events and management. I think that's my passion. That's how I became his booking manager. That's how I started writing his label. From that, I met Kinda Soul, I met Sex Bandrini, I met Sanao, Musaki. That's how I ended up working with all these big artists essentially. And doing their bookings, managing them and all that. Atmos Blacks, Frigid Armadillo, the list is quite long.
Jeez, man. Nice. You just mentioned some artists that are doing wonders in terms of their music. Their social media presence is on par, Everything is together in terms of their brand. I just need like a little crash course. I'm a new DJ. I want to start branding myself. What are the first few items I need to look at?
I mean, first of all, you need to ask yourself, where do you fit in the ecosystem? Are you an Amapiano DJ? Are you a house DJ? Are you a vocalist? You need to do the research and say, cool, if I'm a vocalist, how do I need to present myself?
Yeah.
So that people can look at me and say, this guy's cool, this guy can sing. Then you start with the basics, You need to make sure you have a photographer. You are taking, if you don't have a photographer, your friend with an iPhone, a Samsung, something that's something modern,
Yeah.
so that they can take you your pictures, so you can post. I mean, first of all, as a fan, a promoter, a brand, if I don't know you and somebody recommends me to you, I'm gonna look at your social media first, because I don't know who you are as a person and what you do. If your social media looks clean, I can understand that, okay, cool, there is something here. Then you start curating. You're like, cool, if I have gigs, I need to post my gigs in a nice way. If I have a bit of a personality, I need that personality to show in my posts. So for some people it's different. There's like me, for example, I only post work stuff most of the time on my feed, because I understand that my business is working events, is working with other artists. So I want it easy for somebody to come to my page and they'll see that, okay, this guy might work with these people, this is what he does. So you need to ask yourself that, cool, because now I'm a piano DJ, how do they dress? How do they speak? Perfect example is like a Tulaniwe. How are you? It's a simple thing, Because of that, more people just know him. He has taken the personality of being the guy who causes ruckus, the guy who's just very loud. Your presence, you feel him. When he gets to an event, he's greeting everybody. That's something he has done. So it's you understanding the type of person and the type of brand you wanna be. But social media is the first place. Just having dope content, just having a clean image, just consistently posting and updating people who are interested in your brand on your progress.
All right, I've got you, man. We went straight into how to create a brand, but just something I also didn't get clarity on, and I think I still might not understand, is what exactly is a brand? Like, if I'm gonna say I'm a brand, what does that mean, and how am I carrying myself?
I mean, a brand is a product, and hence I'm saying there is a demand for something anywhere. So your brand and your purpose is to align with that demand. So it's like if you're selling hot dogs and I can see you don't have sauce, I'm gonna say, my brother, I have tomato sauce for you. Here's my brand, because I can see the demand. People are eating the hot dog there, they're choking, they're like, it's dry. But when I'm bringing you the tomato sauce, because I understand the demand. So a brand is something that puts itself and aligns itself with the demand of a consumer or a client. For instance, if, as my brother is saying just more, YFM is looking for a certain demographic. So you need to understand what YFM's mission is and vision for you to align with it. So if you know you're an Amapiano DJ, you can either dress like, for instance, there's Good is Nice video where people are dressing old or whatever, or you can dress young and hip, where YFM can look at your page and say, this guy aligns with what we're doing, and that's how you get to the platform. So a brand is you realizing what you want to do, but it's the other 50% of aligning with consumer demand, which now puts value in what you're doing.
Okay. I want to also ask something. You refer a lot to Amapiano.
It's the biggest brand right now.
It's the biggest brand right now. Is there a gap or something that we're missing in terms of branding as house music artists and DJs and?
Not necessarily. I think the reality is so I always say that the reality of things is that not everyone is gonna be as big. Not every genre is gonna be as big. House music, which is actually where Amapiano comes from, because Amapiano became very soulful. There were people who took the normal house music and played piano heavily on it. So what has happened now is that because of TikTok and lockdown, and the conversation of radio, TikTok was bigger. Amapiano came with a lifestyle and dancing. You know, dance is a global language. So TikTok being a platform that encourages people to dance and do challenges felt perfectly with Amapiano. everybody was at home, so everybody was on their phones. So Afro tech and house is not about theatrics, not about dancing, and so it's very difficult for it to garner support of somebody who's in China and just wants to dance. So there's different metrics, of how a genre can become big. Perfect example is Afrikaans music in South Africa. There's few people who speak Afrikaans compared to Zulu. That's why I think it's Ukhozi FM has like 11 million monthly listeners. So an African station and a Zulu station kind of have the same reach. So that's why you start realizing that, okay, cool, because of this metrics, that's why Amapiano is very huge and house is very, small compared to Amapiano. But in the same light, we are seeing very young DJs like Atmos Black do European tours while they're still young, which never happened in house. Because the music we're now producing in house is very European, is very centered around Ibiza and those things. So it's becomes acceptable. And that's why it's growing much more bigger in the white community than the black community. Amapiano is not really moving in the white community overseas the way Afrotech is, but it's big. Because now we have more South African people overseas, we have more Nigerian people overseas. So if you can look at most of these parties that are being organized, you find out it's black people that are actually going to this Uncle Waffles tours, Devin Gogo and the likes.
No, very interesting stuff, man. Very interesting stuff. On a brand level, man, you've gone to how many countries just this year?
A lot.
You can't count.
Yeah.
My point exactly. That. So, is there something apart from the music that a promoter that side looks at, like you said, with your social media page? And what is it maybe that a person like that trying to book this side might look at?
Yeah, I mean, like, first of all, the first thing they look at is if you're popping, what type of shows you're playing. So that's why it's very important to capture your big shows. Perfect example, there's a booking working on for a client in Mozambique. I went to a artist, I said, hey man, I have 15K US dollars, flights, everything, which is around about 300,000. I said, there's this show in Mozambique, it's for ex-client. Are you willing to take it? And the manager said, bro, it doesn't align with what we want to do. Because it's the 15th, it's the 16th of December. We want big shows. We want to play for 2,000, 5,000 people because we want to capture that. So you start realizing it's not just a money game. You need to capture your big shows, and sometimes they don't happen all the time. So that's why sometimes big acts don't take money. They look, they say, okay, which party is it? That's gonna look good. I'm gonna hire a content creator. We're gonna make an amazing video. That's gonna funnel more shows. So at the current stage, you need to be popping, but also outside of like capturing your shows, the music needs to align to a specific brand. So if you watch, most of the high energy DJs get booked in Amapiano because the culture of Amapiano, it's very dramatic, it's very energetic, and private school piano is not touring that much because it's more chilled and people don't yet get it. So that's why you start realizing that, even if it's Amapiano, it doesn't work everywhere. The reason why your lock drums work is because EDM, your drum and bass and all that have been around. A drum is a drum, no matter how you program it. So people are very familiar with the drums and whatever. So it helps, if your music is aligned with a lock drum because people easily accept it globally.
I see. So as you've managed a lot of talent, as you've said, what is it that you look at before you say, I'm taking this brand and I'm elevating it? What must the brand be already doing for themselves?
I mean, first of all, talent, and I look for great talent. A lot of people are talented, not a lot of people are great. And it's because if somebody's just talented, there's no assurity that they're gonna make it. It's just not enough. But if somebody's great, when you can hear the music, you are like, you can't deny it. You know, you listen to it, you play it every day, you think about them every day. Like, I need to be obsessed to. And that's why my general rule is that I only play music of artists I work with on my phone. Or like, I don't download anyone else's music. It's just the talent I work with, because I need to be motivated to push you. Then I need to look that is your sound commercial, because I have bills. I have bills, man. I want a V class. I want a G wagon.
Yes.
So if you're not gonna make me get closer to my dream, also, I can't work with you, because I have to put my time. And what people don't realize is that as a manager, I invest in structure. Sometimes people book you because I just say, this is my guy. You get on the lineup. Sometimes radio just listens because I'm like, this is my guy. And I need to keep that standard. You know, so if you come with a Cayenne, you come with an Atmos, a Sanel, a Msaki, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Can't come with the AJ.
I can't come with an AJ. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of it, you know, because the honest truth is you get to a certain point where things aren't valuable to you anymore. And that's why the brand needs to be cooking, it needs to be making money. You know, I was telling this to somebody earlier on, I was like, if I start working with you today, by next week I must be making money.
By next week?
Yeah, by next week.
Okay.
Because it's really that simple. When, like, these artists I just started working with, I made money same time. Because it's just that easy. The brand is there. The gig might be next year, but the deposit is coming in this week. You know what I'm saying? So if your brand can't allow me to make money at this moment where I am in my personal life, it's very difficult for me to work with you. And it's going to be very difficult for you to work with other managers. Because as I've said, artists and talent only think that managers are there to help other people, but we're there to help ourselves also. You know, so I think if you want to approach a manager, have a product that's hot, make money, and you have to be great. You have to be better than your friends. You just making music with your friends in the room and they're telling you are hot, it's not gonna work. You know, if you're making amapiano, your level should be caps, it should be stop, it should be Kilton. You should be competing with the best already before you even, you know, just release. You need to ask yourself, like, where do I wanna be? And do I have the talent to take me there?
So similarly, as a talent manager, similarly to like what radio would be, you need something that's already moving. You need someone that's already doing something for themselves. All right. There's one thing I want to figure out. No? I believe talent. I believe in talent. You know. What's more important? Because you are looking for talent and Mo's looking for a brand.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You cannot have a brand without talent, and you need a talent with a brand. It's one and the same thing, you know. It's if you think about it, how many producers do you know who are dope but aren't getting bookings? It's because the brand isn't there. How many people have the brand but they aren't getting bookings? Because the talent isn't there. There's people, million Instagram followers, but everyone is like, this guy can't play. We all know.
Yeah.
So you see, they go hand in hand.
Got you, man. All right, man. Common mistakes people make when they brand themselves out there. What do you pick up a lot on some? If you just change this about yourself, I would actually take you up.
I think listening to your team, listening to consumers. The biggest common mistake is that artists believe they make music for themselves, and they don't care where it goes. It's like my brother. What do you mean you make music for yourself? You don't. Nobody says I'm making a beat and I'm gonna play it for myself. If you're making music, make it for the consumer. So the biggest mistake is people focus on themselves so much and they eat up their own you know, and it's like, I mean, nobody cares. You know, we
Yeah.
have Kabza, we have Atmos Black, we have Zakes, we have Black Coffee. Why should I take my time when I pay Spotify $60 a month to listen to your music if you're making music that only you can listen to? So I think that's the biggest common mistake where people think because they're creative they're above the system, they're above the industry, and that they don't care what people think.
Because they believe in their.
They believe like if people don't want to listen to me, doesn't matter. Okay, sit there. Oh man.
I've got you, man. All right, dog. Hey, because of time, this is just not enough, man. You have
It's
to
not
come back
enough.
on the show. It isn't
Yeah.
enough. Are there any? Is there anyone that has questions? With regard, yeah, here we go, friends.
Son of Dennis, you have my number, man.
All right. Okay, please put up your hands again. I'm gonna 1, 2. Son of Dennis, Mara. Son of 3. I wanna hear. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eva at the back. Then we close. All right. Can we get the mic? I have trust issues with this mic. No, let's start this side. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose track and start giving. Yeah, everyone the mic. Is it? Yeah, no. All right.
First of all, thanks for the. So, I know you said you touched a bit on it, but do you, as a manager, prioritize on an artist's social media numbers, or is talent? Do you give someone with 200 followers a chance?
Talent, my man. Social media means nothing. You could be sponsoring your posts. I don't know why you have those followers. You could have had an OnlyFans account. Maybe all the people who are following you are porn people. I don't know. So I need to see what your talent is. You know, so numbers don't matter to me.
So would you give someone approaching you with 200 followers?
I mean, I started with Atmos Black. I think it was on 2,000 monthly listeners, or on 96,000 right now. Most of the guys I've worked with, people didn't know them.
All right. 2. Moving on.
Hi everyone, Kopano. I like what you touched on. I'm in a similar space. So, can you just give out to the guys some of the, the tips as you're building a brand? What are those things that you need to have? Because some of the guys, even when they send images for like posters and stuff, it's not good quality. So just those things, there are EPKs and stuff. What else can you add?
I mean, that question is broad, but I think, like, as I've said, do the research, understand what a press kit is, look at what the other quality of people are posting, I mean, the first thing to get done as an artist, just have pictures. And not pictures of you drinking, of rider, studio pictures. For if you ever have an interview, if you ever want a poster for your bio, pictures is the first thing. They go everywhere. Bio, social media, your press kit. If they putting your stuff on a radio flyer, for instance. So I think the first thing is just to get good pictures and have a good write-up of what you do. And people don't care at 23 years old. Throw that thing out of there. Just say, hey, I'm a piano producer, I'm a house producer, this is the music I have, here's my Spotify, here's my thing. As Munya, I think Munya said, or just more, don't put in information that's irrelevant. Your age doesn't matter. You saying you're 23, what am I gonna do? It doesn't help me. What I appreciate is you saying, here's my Spotify, here's my Instagram, this is where I live, so I can get an idea. Or are you in Gauteng, are you in KZN? Because if I'm trying to help you, then I can plug you to the right platforms. So if your press kit and your images and all that doesn't look good, now I have to ask you questions. So give me all the information that's very relevant, that you believe like this is what a person would need. My pictures are the most important thing. I have to have it clean brand.
Quick question, sorry. When did you start working with Atmos?
2-3 years back.
2-3 years back.
Okay.
Okay.
2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Might be even longer. I don't know. He was
Alright,
like,
yeah, no,
still in
because I
high
noticed
school.
the difference in just suddenly overnight. He was looking different. He was even getting lighter. Like I was. Alright, I think we're done the side now. Alright, 3. Son of Dennis, yeah.
Son of Dennis.
Hi, Valentine.
You good and you, my G?
Good.
Everyone's gonna leave here knowing who Son of Dennis is. That's branding.
It's branding.
Just asking questions like
Branding.
so you can say
I just wanted to quickly find out from you what you think the best, what the best way one could brand themselves to kind of cross-pollinate between demographics, like to get like maximum reach.
Maximum reach. You know, the answer is music. So, for instance, a perfect example, A&R music for Fidget Amadillo right now. The biggest issues that people thought they were European. And it's just 2 black guys from South Africa. So everyone gets shocked. Oh, Fidget Amadillo, aren't they white? Aren't they from Switzerland or whatever? So what we've done now is that they released a song with Nak. There's a big collaboration we're working with Good Luck. You know, so what I've done is now, come on man, you know me. So I've gotten them big features that will show people that they're actually local more than international. So I think they were struggling with bookings because they have songs on 1 million streams, like 700,000, but people always thought they were too far because of the sound they make. They make melodic house, and a lot of people don't think melodic house is produced in South Africa. So it's the music. If you want to make music for white people, you get a white act. If you want to make music for Afrikaner people, you get an Afrikaner vocalist. It's that simple. You start speaking to your demographic directly.
Alright. Answered. Number 4. Guys, please put your hands up again. I've lost it. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think you can just stand up and project because the mic is not mic.
I think that answer is hard work. There's no way around it. Then I didn't work with big people in the beginning. I worked hard and I had a plan. A lot of people work hard but they don't have a plan. It's like, what do you want to do? So I said, cool, I want to work with the biggest artists in the country. How do I get there? I want to work with the biggest promoters in the country. So a perfect example is that I always say a building is nothing but people. If I know the security guard and I buy them chicken licker, and I know the receptionist, I buy her chicken licker, she'll tell me when the CEO of the building arrives and when I should wait outside. That's a plan. You know what I'm saying? So you need to figure out how close you want to get to these people and devise a plan to get there. Because they don't have time for anyone, unfortunately. And it's not because they don't care, but it's because they don't care. You get what I'm saying? It's like, who are you in the space of what I'm doing? Because I've worked hard to be Sun L. I've worked hard to be Zexman Dream. Why should I just now say, oh, cool, let me make you my media person? I don't know who you are. So you need to work to a certain point where people can recognize. To say, cool, I've met you 3-4 times, I've seen your work, I believe in what you're doing. The other way that you can do it, as I said, I worked events because I understood I'm going to meet everyone. So a perfect example is that you want to be close to Casper. How do you do it? By knowing Casper, sound engineer, road manager, photographer. Greeting them, Excel, grand. Hey, last time I saw Spring Fiesta, you good? By the fifth time, they know who you are. So when you go to Casper, somebody else is gonna be introducing you to Casper who holds value in Casper's life. He'll give you that 2 minutes. You say, oh, you're a boy of my boy. What do you have to offer? So there is multiple ways you can do this thing. You just need to have a plan.
Bars.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, man. And then, all right.
I think the first question, which a lot of brand guys get wrong, is they come with the longevity chat. The first question you must ask is, my brother, how long do you want to do this music business? Some people want to do it for 6 months, some people want to do it for 3 years, some people want to do it for 5, some people want to do it forever. So I think brands always believe somebody has to be an artist for 10 years, 20 years. That's not the case. Some people actually just enjoy or want to be successful for 3 years, go into other businesses. So I think it's asking the client, what do you want to do? You realize more than often that people are happy just having a one hit and they're done. They've made $1 million, they're out. They never really wanted to be a star. You get what I'm saying? So my advice is always to find out why people do whatever they do and where do they see themselves. Then you can answer the question of, okay, my brother, if you want to be in the business for 10 years, this is how we do it. If you just want to ride the wave, because honestly, sometimes you realize when you speak with people, they never knew they were going to be that big. They never expected to be that big. And once they get that big, they're like, I actually never had a plan. I actually never wanted to be this artist, but now I am. And I don't know if I like it, because what people don't realize, fame brings other problems into your life. So you start understanding why some people don't work on their brand. They just love being underground, as we were saying, like house music. Some people love to play music, but they don't want to be famous. So I think it's about alignment. We mustn't force longevity. We mustn't force branding on everyone. It works for people who want it.
Nice one. All right. Final question from Sis Eva.
mean, the first answer is that everything depends. You know, some people don't want to go overseas. I've dealt with a lot of piano artists. No, like and that's why I brought up an example of Mozambique earlier on, where it was offering more money, like they didn't care. So this question is very complex. So I'm gonna start with the second question about international, us going internationally, then speak about the international acts. So you need to think about it like this. Depending on the level of artist you are, your treatment won't be the same. If you're not Kanye West, you cannot add Kanye West demands. Kanye West came to South Africa, he asked that when he gets to backstage, there mustn't be anyone. It was one of the first crazy requests like that to say, from when I get off the car at the Coca-Cola Dome and I walk to my room and I walk to stage, anyone who isn't my team, I don't want to see that person. But it might not even be Kanye West. Maybe it's his team saying, yo, we know when Kanye West comes, your helpers, your sound guys, they want to take pictures, they want to talk to him. Hey, dog, I'm your big fan. So sometimes you mitigate that as his team. It might not be him. It might be his team saying, we understand the type of artist we're working with. And these are some of the things we're going to put into a contract. A perfect example, is that if Maphorisa is going overseas, he's big enough. He's going to get the money. He's going to get the treatment. Because it goes back to what I was saying. If you're posting your video and you're doing 15,000 people in South Africa every weekend, me as a promoter, I already understand the level of artist you are. And that's why the branding aspect is very important. But if I'm booking you and I don't really know you, but I know your song, but I'm taking a chance, I might not give you the same respect I would have given to a well-rounded, defined artist. And that's why branding is important. Because I'm able to demand things as your manager. Because I'm very confident enough comparing the other artists around. Because my background is of events and talent management, I know what Rider is Uncle Waffles. I know what my artists are. I know where to improve. I've also booked and worked with international artists. So I'm able to learn from them also and say, oh, this is what they put in their contracts. I like this. I'm going to put this thing for my artist. So it's also about learning. You watch what other people are doing and you empower yourself and you empower your artist. Then on international coming to South Africa, Beyonce's Beyonce. Beyonce is grossing, just to give an example. So there's this thing called, just forgot its name, but it's a platform you pay for, and it gives you information on how people are touring. So usually in America, people say, okay, cool, we've booked this person, we made 3 million in ticket sales, we made 2 million in merchandising and whatever. It's called Polestar. So Beyonce per show, for an example, I think she made between 6 to 10 million US dollars. So every time you see Beyonce performing, that's how much that day they're making. Tickets, merchandising, and whatever. Nah. So do you expect somebody who's making around about 200 million rands to get the same treatment as somebody who's charging 20,000 rands? It just doesn't make sense, because the value you're giving me is not the same. And this is why you're going to treat somebody who brings you a lot of money better. That's just the nature of the game. So I feel the whole comparing is unfair, because brands are never on the same level. But the second thing is your team. Who is your manager? Does your manager, does your booking agent understand the role they play for you? Because if they don't understand the role, you can be a big artist but still get a bad treatment, because your managers don't prep. So there's hospitality and technical writers. One of mine once leaked on social media. People were making fun of it and whatever, because it was from a big artist. And people were like, why are these people demanding these cars? That was one of the topics. Why are they asking for Escalades? This is South Africa. But I was like, you guys have a document that is made for international. And in that section it wrote, or vehicles for international shows Escalade, V-Class, leading, because we know we were touring and we know the promoters we're working with. They can afford to pay for those cars. So that's why I'm saying, look, first of all, levels are different, but your manager needs to understand what their role is.
One second. Hey man, that was too dope, Joe. That was too dope. All right. Unfortunately, we can't take any more questions. We're going to our final speaker before we have an overall masterclass. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, no, I saw pens and papers.
It's a good thing.
And I hope we really get to do this again, just to unpack a little more, as time goes by. But nevertheless, thank you so much. I see you are Brian.
Yes, I'm
yeah,
cooking
no.
it. Thanks.
And I hope you're still around to engage with everyone else. All right, thanks, man. Round of applause, guys.
How's it? I'm Valentine. I'm an event and talent manager. Work with some of the biggest events and talent in the country.
That is so great and exciting. So tell me, what have been one of the most exciting events that you've hosted so far?
I think it was Abantu last year. For Zix Bantwini, I had Musaki, Tresor, Sanel, Shimzak, and Soul, Malina, Oranana, Ata, the whole Mayoni family. It was in Cape Town, Cabo Beach. It was beautiful.
Oh, wow, that is so great. So tell me some of the talents that you have worked with in the past years.
Worked with Zix Bantwini, Sanel, Saki, Kinda Soul, Atmos Black, Frigid Amadillo, Cly. It's a long list of artists.
Wow, that is great, sir. So where can people find you on social media? Where can people follow you and your work?
So if they want to follow me, it's Valentine_MGMT. So it's abbreviation for management. My whole social media handles are the same. So Twitter, Instagram, all of them are the same.
Great stuff. So tell me, Valentine, what are you looking forward to most in 2024, and what has been your highlights in 2023?
Making more money, I'm kidding. I'm thinking, more success to the people around.
You're not kidding. More money, yes. Cheers to that.
I'm all about the money now, but yeah, it's more success for myself, for the people close to me, the people I work with. And there's some projects, that I can't speak about now, some exciting stuff that I'm doing. And what is the other question? The second question.
Oh, I was saying, what are your highlights?
Ooh, it's tough. I've shared so many beautiful moments with most of the artists I work with. But I think my highlight for this year was doing the tour with Musaki. It was really, really a beautiful send-off before, she took a break in performing.
Oh, wow, that is exciting. Valentine, thank you so much for your time. And may God bless you and your work. May He shine His light on you and everything that you do.
Same to you and everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Coming live to you from AJ's first house birthday party in Midrand, baby. This is Camlish Media. Woo!
All right, man. Our next speaker is that guy you talk to when you want to get your songs out there in terms of online distribution. You want to get onto those playlists, those Africa, what playlists, those hip-hop playlists that you see that are always there on Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that. This is the guy you pester. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Pule Mukowa. No pressure, Tom. No pressure. Oh, yeah, great. Easy, man. Yeah. Dog, like I always start, please give yourself an introduction on who you are, and then let's touch a bit on Content Connect.
All right, cool. My name is Pule Mokwa. I'm the head of A&R and Marketing at Content Connect Africa, and also Galo Music.
Nice. For a person who doesn't know what Content Connect Africa is, because it doesn't really say what it is.
Yeah.
Is it also another thing at CCA where you look at the brand and where it is and what it can do in terms of return?
It differs, to be quite honest, there's a lot of indie artists, bedroom artists, who make platinum songs, and they don't have any branding, but the music is super dope. So I listen to the music most of the time, and we channel the focus on how do we position this person and that's how like branding comes in. But we're not fully focusing on branding per se, but we position the music where we can take it, which playlist can fit, or on that particular track or an EP or an album. Then those other things they come in together, But the most important thing where we advise the artists is publishing as well, because we've encountered a lot of disputes, where the song becomes big and the guys that didn't sign any deed of assignments or split sheet, you can put it that way. Yeah.
Where does that put you as an organization, where you've already published the song and then now these stories come up, there are fights, the song was stolen and.
Okay, so we've been in those positions so many times. So at the end of the day, the artist comes first because they are the creators of the music. So the most important thing is all the parties to come together. Besides calling the lawyers and all of them, we sit with them, all of them, and like, okay, let's unpack the situation. Where did it start? There was this one track, it was huge when Amapiano started, and those similar situations came through. We sat down with the guys, and they started to see the value of the song, where it can take them. Then we decided to like, okay, cool guys, what do you think of sharing the song equally? And they shared the song equally. So besides like taking it to the highest level, we first speak to the artist, and the managers were involved as well, to speak about it. Besides taking it down, because other ones, it's more of like he actually stole my song in my studio. Then it's a different story.
Then you have to move that.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
All right, I've got you. So we have so much access now to, like someone was mentioning earlier on, there's your Bandcamps, there's your Landers, there's all of those places that you can throw up your music, and there's that deal that you must deal with there. What's the difference between going there and coming to you?
So I would say the difference is it always comes to one thing: human interaction. At the end of the day, you need to know your value as an artist. When you speak to someone, you must make sure that they need to know who you are, what do you position yourself when it comes to your music. That is important. Unlike paying $6 to load your song, and that's it. Us it's more of like, okay, let's sit down, let's do this thing. There's more things that I need from you besides the song. I will need your bio. I will need probably a press release. I would need a synopsis of your track. What inspired the track at the end of the day? Because those are the things that you won't speak on stage, but digital wise, there will be a synopsis on your profile, about that particular album or an EP or a track.
All right. I remember pestering you about this once upon a time. Like you said, that human interaction helps because we can all put up a song tonight if we want, but then there's the playlists that we want to get on. We want to get discovered, we want that sort of marketing. What do you guys look at when you pitch these people to these different playlists, and how does one person actually even get there in the first place?
Okay, so I think every company has their own workflow. I won't say rules per se, but just workflow on how they want the song to be received and being pitched to the DSPs. So the DSPs will always emphasize that you need to bring your song way earlier prior to the release date. Especially like if you want to drop maybe a December track, you need to load it now, and we pitch it now for that upcoming release date, maybe the 16th of December, or end of November. You need to bring the music early, and all those other things that are encompassing the release, the synopsis, your bios, the press releases, your pictures, because sometimes you find yourself when the DSPs, they will select you, even though we requested, they can select you to say like, okay, we'll put you on Apple Music, they'll say like, you'll be on Up Next, or on Spotify they'll put you on Amapiano Grooves as part of the profile, because you've you did a basic thing. You brought your music early. They listened to it. All the editorial guys were at the back end listening to the new songs, from different distros or labels, and those are the basic things.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, with online distribution, obviously, I put up my music, planning on getting those royalties, planning on making streams, planning on gaining an income for that. Where's the money there? How do I get? Is it possible, firstly, even to make a living as an upcoming artist online? I understand you need streams, you need numbers, you need all of that, but what's the best way to capitalize on such a platform?
Okay. Giving it a reality where we are as a continent, besides going to like Europe or any other parts of the world. Network-wise, I would say we don't have enough capability of internet and how free the internet is in the rest of the world. Hence why you find like a lot of artists who are making a lot of streams are more overseas. Even when you see now on Amapiano, it's because Amapiano is a demand currently. Everyone wants to listen to a new track of Amapiano. But other than that, streaming wise, it's difficult. Even the calculations of it in each and every DSP, it will be not something. And if you calculate it by rands, it's not where you would like the track to be. So where as a CCA, where we help a lot of acts to make sure they make revenue, to be quite honest, it's the simple fact where we work with the networks. There's a thing called caller tunes. When you call someone, there's a song playing in the background before that person's answer the phone, and that's where a lot of guys, they make revenue on, but they won't say it out loud. A lot of acts, they make a lot of revenue from there.
No?
Yeah.
Hectic, man. Hectic.
Because it doesn't stop, that one.
Yeah.
It charges you every week.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I don't even subscribe for that thing. People are calling me Sister Bettina as the song that's playing there.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But as long as it's making money.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you are in the sun, and I'm in the shade. I don't
I
want
need
to
the
keep
sun,
you.
bro. I need the sun.
Right to be asking for it.
Yeah.
All right. A question I get a lot and I don't even know how to answer. Which one of these platforms pays the most?
At the current moment, I would say Apple, Tidal.
Apple and Tidal.
They do pay, but especially Apple at the current moment, because it has a lot more audience. It's big in even in the US side. Europe-wise, it's more Spotify. Where you can make a lot of money. In SA, in the continent, to put it that way, I would say Apple is the leading platform.
Apple, no? All right, man. I'm gonna open up for questions, né? So you can raise your hands before I ask my final question. Is there anyone that wants to ask Ule a question about online distribution? But is that just more, or are you asking for the pattern? Whoa. Hey, DC is in the house. That's dope, man. I've got a question from DC at the back, man. DC, I think you can actually ask, yeah. Oh, that.
I would say I would need your bio, your synopsis of the track, or a press release, a lot more information that will support your track. If the song is playlisted on radio, tell us which radio station, or any other charts that are available where your song is picking up. Tell us those, that information. Then we can pitch for you nicely.
All right. Are we good, guys? Another question this side.
Just one more. Sorry, I missed the company that you work for.
Oh, Content Connect Africa. Yeah, in short we call it CCA. Yeah.
All right. Sorted, my man. I'm in the shade, like I was saying, and you in the sun, and I'm not feeling good about it. So we're gonna just close this one now, unless there's anything you wanna leave with, because
okay.
we are done.
Yeah, I would say like.
Oh, that was a question.
Yeah,
Oh,
I told you.
You're sitting there together.
Sure.
Sure, brother. I've got a question, man. I had an online distribution deal with this company, and at first they were sending me my statements, and then maybe 2-3 months down the line they stopped sending them. Does that mean that my song is almost selling, or really it's cheap?
So you must look at your statement, like or ask for like raw reports to see if it went down the streaming. If it went down to like 0-ish, but if for example there's something weird happening, just audit them, to be quite honest, so that you can know why are you not getting reports, because you have to get reports until you take it down.
That's what I'm gonna do. They
Yeah.
send every month.
Yeah, depending on how different aggregators work, it differs there. Yeah.
Sorted.
Sharp, bro.
All right, fellas. Thank you very much. We're gonna have Eva, who's gonna come and introduce. No, I just need you to explain what he's gonna talk about. Or must we just bring him and? He's not here. Oh, babalas. All right. No, it's fine. All right. So, I guess. Guys. No, but yeah, it's almost 1. Brother, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, man, and I hope you still stick around so that we can still engage with you, and then just be in the mood, after 2 drinks, we're just gonna give you our music at this point, and good. And then, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Doc. Let me get you out the sun.
Hello, sir. How are you today?
Right.
Ka mohau ke a leboha wena.
Le one mme.
Eya papa ke a leboha. Kopa go jetse go wena ko wena mang.
Lebitso la ka ke Pule Mokwa, ke head of A&R and marketing for Content Connect Africa.
Oh wow, that's great. So what do you basically do?
So I look for talent, basically that's that, and market them after there.
Oh, okay, great. So where do people find you? If we've got people with talent, how do they locate you?
All right, cool. So if you can go to Google and search for Content Connect Africa. So we are a digital aggregator. We release music for indie artists, indie labels, big labels, any other actor that you may see who are independent. Most of them, we do work with them. So you can search on Google. Our details are there. Then you can look for me, Pule, and send your demo to me. Then we take it from there.
Oh wow, that is great. So you actually develop and like you sharpen artists and market their skill.
Yeah. So we just have to listen to the finished product, what they've done. If it's something that is selling, because at the end of the day, let's be realistic. Every party needs to make money, especially for the artist. So you have to put in your A game, then we can release your music.
Oh wow, that is great, Abut-Pule. And then where do people find you on social media?
So my Instagram, it's Pule Pules. Yeah, that's my Instagram. I've got an artist Instagram as well. It's Sheikh Omar SA. Sheikh Omar SA. Yeah.
All right, great stuff. Abut-Pule, thank you so much for your time. All of the best. Guys, re tshwere ausi o motle. Wa itse keng ausi o hot o nang le style. She'll introduce herself to us. Hello, beautiful lady.
How are you, my darling? What an introduction. Wait, Namara. Iyo, tlamplaisa ka batho.
Eya o motle vele, ema mo rubone.
Bare ke emene, ke tla ema ke re woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my name is Ivan Tiso and I come from SIGA. SIGA, well known as the Cultural and Creative Industries Guild of Africa. And I also come from Creative Talk. It's a new podcast that's going to make waves. You better buckle up.
Yeah, boy, that sounds so exciting. Creative talk. So you're gonna have that. When's that gonna happen?
Sorry guys, I'm actually multitasking. So when I do this, I multitask. What's your question again, Malam?
No, I was saying that with your new project, when is it going to start?
The podcast has actually started. We started last week with our first 2 episodes. No, actually our first episode, and this one is going to be the second since we are here celebrating the party with AJ. But listen, Sika has been there for quite some time now. It's been 3 years, and we thought since there's no channel for the arts, why not come up with something that will solely focus on what we do as artists and as practitioners? Yeah.
That sounds so great and exciting for the arts. I can imagine the great platform that it's going to create for artists and for everyone else that's going to involve. So it's going to be something that's going to be like, a light at the end of the tunnel.
It is going to be amazing because we said we don't want to discuss politics. We don't want to discuss anything that has got nothing to do with us. If it's politics, are they talking about us? If it's about economy, are they talking about us? If it's about current affairs, are they talking about us? But now, if they're not talking about us, there's nothing without us. We thought as artists, we need to show, especially the media industry, especially the government, that we can do it ourselves as well. So we will be inviting a whole lot of artists coming to our platform, industry experts, people that are into business but promoting the arts, and also people that are events managers, events curators that are going abroad and trying to make those kind of collaborations to come and discuss with us about those kinds of things and those kinds of platforms. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
It sounds so exciting and amazing. So Mama, where do people find you on social media?
On social media, it's simple as Siga CCIGA on Facebook, and on TikTok we are CCIGA_SA, and on Instagram it's simply Siga as well. Twitter it's simply Siga. But now the creative talk, we are still gonna come up with our social media platforms so that at least people, they don't get confused with Siga programs and also creative talk. So yeah, but they just need to look out for all of those things online.
Great stuff. So tell me, what have your highlights been for this year and what are you looking forward to 2024?
Sika has been doing a lot, guys. We've been going around, especially in Gauteng, trying to establish the movement, and now we are spreading, to other provinces, where now we are building other structures that are going to represent the movement. Lately, we have attended the Night with Legends, where we had about 100 artists that are unemployed, and trying to make sure that we also mentor people in events management. So it was an amazing experience. And not long ago, also we have collaborated with SAMAF, which is South African Music Forum, South African Music Forum, Youth Forum actually, yeah. So yeah, where we have collaborated and did the workshop, and today we are here, celebrating with AJ's House. AJ's House is a podcast that has been making waves, interviewing a lot of famous DJs, in our country, and we thought of something together just to try and educate our young people, and that's why when they started off this birthday party, we thought let's do the music business workshop first, just to try and share the knowledge, educate our young people in terms of how to get into the music industry, and also, connecting them to the bigger, experts in the industry as well. Because how limona ne, gore batho ba ka ska ba o doja. How le kontle ba tlo doja. And Siga is all about that, creating network platforms.
Oh wow, Mama, thank you. That is such beautiful work for helping artists and and people with talents that are coming up. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Going forward, I wish you all of the best. Camlish Media coming live to you from Midrand at AJ's first birthday party, AJ's House first birthday party. We have a female DJ that is going to make waves, guys. You need to look out for her. She's going to introduce herself to us and tell us more about herself and where you can find her if you want to follow her. She's a star, baby. You can see she's shining bright.
Hi everyone. My name is Ndooms. So my handle is Ndooms_DJ. So I'm an Afro house and electronic dance music DJ. So I'm originally from Swaziland, currently staying in Midrand, South Africa. Yeah.
Oh wow, siswambe kumamela isete yakho hayi uyakhona kuyenza into yakho yazini. Both nyakazisa ntombazana. How was the set for you?
It was really great. I was nervous, obviously, but it was really great. It went well. I enjoyed it myself also. I'm glad that everyone else enjoyed it.
Great stuff. So tell me, how long have you been DJing for?
I started in March this year, so it's been a couple of months. Yeah.
Oh wow, that is exciting, and you're already DJing at such big platforms.
I know, this is crazy. I was saying to my friends that I watch every episode of AJ House's podcast on YouTube, and then now I'm playing. It's just like, it's crazy, but it's awesome also.
Dreams do come true, hey?
They do. They really, really do. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm really grateful.
No, man, Sisi siyabonga. Uyazini, we wish you all of the best with your work. And as a young female teacher, you're inspiring a lot of abantu. Yazi, ekhaya naseSwaziland sebayazi ukuthi manje bane-star lana eSouth Africa. No, siswami, abantu bazakulandela and uNkulunkulu akubusisa. I wish you nothing but the best. May your light keep shining brighter than ever before.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Everyone can find me on social media, on all social media platforms. It's Ndums_DJ.
Great stuff. Ngiyabonga sis Ndums for isikhathi sakho. Enjoy the day and God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thanks, and yourself. Please introduce yourself to us.
My name is Cosmic Essay. I'm a DJ, sound engineer, producer, curator, and event organizer. I'm also the founder of a movement called Plug and Play. You guys should check it out on Instagram. Yeah, so.
Great stuff. So what kind of music do you play?
Mostly house music. If it's anything deep house, melodic, Afrotech, I'm there. Yeah.
No, man, great stuff. So where do people find you on social media?
On Instagram, you can check me as Cosmic SA, Cosmic with the Q at the end. Facebook, it's Cosmic SA. Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms, I'm there. You can also check me on my website at www.cosmic.co.za. Yeah.
Great stuff, Cosmic. How was the set for you today?
Yo, it was very hot there, but I hope the set was that hot as well, because I really enjoyed it, eh? Yeah.
We enjoyed hearing you play, my brother. Cosmic, all of the best with everything that you do, okay? And God bless you. May your light keep shining brighter than ever before. And if people want to book you, where do they find you?
It's either the mentioned social media handles or just bookings at cosmicsa.co.za. Yeah.
No, great stuff. Thank you so much, Cosmic. Enjoy your day and God bless. This is Camlish Media, baby, coming live to you from Midrand at Villa Rosa, baby. We have an artist here that is a designer. He'll introduce himself to us. Hello, Papa. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm blessed. Thank you so much for asking. Please tell us about yourself.
My name is Dr. Shalom. I'm from Tembisa. I'm an artist, upcoming artist. I also do fashion design.
Okay, what inspired you to wear what you're wearing today? Can you stand up so the people can see you?
What inspired me to wear like this? It's because I heard that is the AJ's house, you see. Now I wanted to represent a light, to wear white, so that I'm going to show the world that it color go be mnyama before Govelukan. So now this is a white to show that now my ways are starting to light because my ways were not good in my past. Now.
Oh, okay, Sakbongela Putuami. And then where can people find you on social media?
They can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Dr. Shalom, just like that. Then my email is monicasikita995.com.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shalom. All of the best and God bless you.
Amen. God bless.
Camlish Media coming live to you at Midrand. This is AJ's house first birthday party. It's going down, baby. Yeah, it is hot up in here. I mean, summer is here and the environment. We have a young heart. He's still in his matric, but he said, I mean. And some of the music is way past his age. I'm actually surprised. Let him introduce himself to us. Hello, baby boy.
How's it, everyone? My name is Ben Sher, otherwise known as Benzi Bar, and I am an Afro House DJ from Fourways, South Africa.
Great stuff. I enjoyed your set so much. So tell me, how long have you been playing for, Benza?
I've been DJing for about 8 months. believe it or not. I started around March, around my 18th birthday, when my friends gathered enough money to buy me a DJ deck, a group of 12 of them. And yeah, that's been the story ever since.
That is so great. So how was your set today? I enjoyed listening to you. Did you enjoy playing for us?
Thank you very much. Yes, I did 100%. It was absolutely epic getting a chance to play at AJ's house in front of all of these amazing artists. And for what AJ is doing for the music industry, getting to play in front of everyone was an absolute blessing. And yeah, couldn't be more grateful for it.
Great stuff. And so where do people find you on social media?
You can follow me at DJ_Benzibar on all socials. That's BNZIBAR. That's on Instagram, and then Benji_Sher as well on Instagram. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, Benzibar, thank you so much for your time. All of the best with your music, and may your star keep shining brighter than ever before, and God bless your work.
Thank you very much. God bless you too.